Hey, good morning. It's Saturday, January, I think the 7th. It's an absolutely gorgeous day in Jupiter. Look at that sky. Not a cloud in the sky. It was in the 50s last night. It's going to be in the low 70s today. I mean, this is a Chamber of Commerce day and the kind of day that we just love. It makes people want to move here. So I've got something kind of interesting for you today. My friend Jerry owns a STABICRAFT. It's a boat made in New Zealand for really rough water. We're going to get a little tour. In fact, it's the only one I've seen around. We're going to get a little tour of that, and then he and I are going to cruise up the Loxahatchee River to Trapper Nelson's. He's never been there, and that's a very significant part of Jupiter history, so that should be cool. I'm over at Waterway Park, and Jerry will be here in about 10 minutes, and then we'll take off. Now, to get to Trapper Nelson's, we have to go up the intercoastal, in the Loxahatchee River, and up in the northwest fork past the Boy Scout camp, and then the river gets really small. There's a good chance we're going to see alligators and turtles and probably some ospreys up there. How you doing?
I'm kind of some mangoes down there.
Oh, cool. How you doing today? Gonna be a beautiful day, isn't it? Okay, so here's my friend Jerry's 2050 SC STABICRAFT. Hey Jerry, how you doing this morning?
Richard, good morning.
Good morning. What a perfect day, huh?
Perfect day, beautiful.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Sure.
So we've got the Galilee, finally.
Finally out here with the Galilee.
Yeah, okay. And it's a 2050.
It's a 2050 SC Super Cab, is what that stands for.
Okay.
STABICRAFT.
How'd you get the name Galilee?
The name Galilee, I'm a real big fan of Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And just the story that happened on the Sea of Galilee
Okay.
was captivating to me.
Okay.
And when I was finally able to get my own boat, I figured that's just going to be the name of it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Great. Great. Well, I figured there was something like that. Let's just take a quick walk around, and then what do you say we head up to Trapper Nelson's?
Yes, sir.
And this is aluminum.
Yes, it's all aluminum plated. It's an aluminum
Okay.
plated boat.
And I watched the videos of it. It's unsinkable.
That's what they say. It's unsinkable. It's basically what it is it's an aluminum rib.
Okay.
It's a rigid inflatable boat made out of aluminum.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's all aluminum.
Correct. It's all aluminum. Exactly.
Beautiful. It looks like made to take rough seas.
It is built out of New Zealand. Designed by Paul Adams. Was
Okay.
a designer. He got tired of seeing his fishermen dying out at sea in what they call the rolling 40s.
Yeah.
It gets really nasty out there.
Yeah.
And he got tired of that, and he got tired of hearing the stories about their ribs getting punctured and everything. So he came out with the first design, looked exactly like a rib,
Okay.
but made out of aluminum.
Okay.
And then that started evolving into what we see now.
Okay.
The pontoons on this boat are right here.
Okay.
This right here is all air filled up to here.
Okay.
And STABICRAFT, adventure with confidence, because of that.
Okay.
It's their trademark.
Okay.
And
And
it goes all the way around the boat, and it
Okay.
has 5 chambers to it.
Okay. So it's not going to sink. We got a little dive ladder here, an Evinrude 150. Is Evinrude still in business?
No, sir.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, and there's the cockpit. We'll get up in there in a little while.
Yes, sir.
But we've got to catch high tide. In order to get up the river to Trapper Nelson's, we've got to get high tide. So I'll go back. Let me go down to my car and get my stuff. That's a Bondadeo, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I see it out on the inlet. I've got the YouTube channel Jupiter Inlet Boats.
Oh yeah.
Man, that thing is gorgeous. It looks like
Thank you, sir.
it looks like it's posing for pictures this morning.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're rolling here.
Oh,
So tell me about the STABICRAFT.
so what would you like to know? I sent you a couple videos.
Claire and I watched videos last night. They were all narrated by guys in New Zealand.
Correct. I had to watch them a couple times to figure out what they were saying. Yes, the boat is manufactured in New Zealand.
In New Zealand, okay.
Correct. Designed by Paul Adams. I'd say about 40 years ago in the making for STABICRAFT. Basically, Paul, he got tired of seeing his fishermen dying out in what they call the rolling 40s. His fishermen would use rigid inflatable boats, which are ribs, like Zodiacs.
Yeah, we got a few around here. Coast Guard uses them.
Correct. So I can appreciate that. I owned a couple ribs myself.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's how I found STABICRAFT. Started researching ribs and wanting to find out how to keep my boat from puncturing. And there was so many ideas out there, you know, putting nets on the boat, doing this, doing that. And but then I came across the videos of STABICRAFT, and I started researching what Paul did. And what he did about 35 years ago or 40 years ago is he built a rigid inflatable completely out of aluminum, and that was his first boat, and he called it a STABICRAFT. And from there, it just evolved into what we have now. The reason we haven't seen them here in Florida so much is because they're more up north. There's 2 dealerships. There's about 3 dealerships, both in Oregon and Washington, that have these boats for sale. And they used to import them, and I say they used to import them from New Zealand because just recently they opened up a facility in Washington to start building them here in the U.S. They really took off in what is the northwest part of the states, just because of the climate and because of the rough water up there in that area. Alaska also. Alaska's big on STABICRAFT when it comes to fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just now people are starting to realize the performance and just the safety concept of the boat. People are starting to realize it more and more down south.
Okay, so what makes it such a safe boat?
Well, the going back to the rib design, right? The fishermen out of New Zealand, they would use these rib boats, the rigid inflatables, to go out fishing, but they kept getting punctured. So what this boat is, it's basically a rigid inflatable boat, but it's made out of aluminum, and it's got pontoons that surround the entire hull, and it's got 5 chambers to it. So you constantly have positive buoyancy. Okay. It's a constant positive buoyancy on the boat, to where I've tried to bury the nose, I've tried to dip the bow, I just can't.
Oh, no kidding.
I just it's very hard to get the bow to submerge the bow.
And I saw on the videos that they make them from 14 to 27 feet.
Correct.
And the 14 looked like it was kind of an open, no cab type of a thing.
Right. So they call it their little sport fisher.
Okay.
And it's kind of like you can either get it like in a center console configuration, or you can get it with a little like bimini top, little sport model with a bimini top on it, and they call it their little sport fisher. Very nimble boat, very lightweight. They're super economical on fuel.
Are they really?
Because they sit so up high on the water when they're riding.
Yeah.
You have a very minimum drag.
Yeah.
You have even less drag than an actual rib that's made out of
You're gonna go this way.
the inflatable ribs that are made out of PVC.
Oh yeah.
You have actually less drag than that because you don't have the PVC friction on the water.
Oh, no kidding.
I can go out on this boat. I can go out about 10 miles offshore here on Jupiter. I can troll for a little bit. I can fish the wrecks, come back with about 10 gallons of fuel.
Okay.
10 gallons of fuel.
That's really great. Here's a couple kayakers. These kayakers are coming out of the park. The pavilion is going to be right over here. We're going to go around that way, and it's right over here.
Okay.
What do you think?
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is something I'd never thought about.
Yeah.
When I moved to Florida.
Yeah.
I just thought beach, ocean.
Yeah.
You know, but this is just great.
There's a turtle right in front of you. You're going to make a tight left, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's an alligator.
There he is.
There's an alligator.